you want to know about the rotor, eh?
Yeah.
Well, let's go to this first preset, as it turns out.
Okay.
The rotor. And what you'll hear is some kind of movement. Now, the rotor's not to mean a Leslie effect. It's actually, the word was from the Wankel engine, the rotary engine, the idea that you're spinning around 4 sounds, one at a time, one after the other. So I'll play one note. Maybe you can't quite tell, so let me take off the chorus first. And now let me turn off the crossfade.
Okay, so now it's...
And what we're doing is we're playing 4 oscillators, and I've tuned them, let's say root, 5th, octave, and 2 octaves. And they're all sine wave. They don't have to be. They can be whatever they want. But that's what we're hearing. And if I speed that up now, it's pretty obvious what's going on. It's playing the same 4 round and round and round. With the crossfades, the transitions are just smooth. And if you play it slowly, I mean, if you have the rate of the rotor slower, that's what we're getting this.
I'm going to SYNTHFEST, but I thought that would be...
Well, everything that rises must converge.
Well, there is that. And that's a great song.
And with the chorus, we just get a nice. And because for every key that I press, sometimes you're hearing the 5th note, or the octave, or the 2 octave, because I'm not controlling the onset. But we could, with sync over here, you could put a gate on, and then you could determine where in that path of 4 you could start. So you could actually say, I always want to start at step 2 or something. But anyway, because we're not doing that, you get this really nice, strange interweave of things. However, you turn off the crossfade. You can hear, if I can get that on camera.
Yeah, I don't think it really comes out.
You probably can't see it. Now the thing is, this can go up at a very fast rate. Right? In fact, if we track the keyboard from it, go up 5 octaves up, and now the rotation, or the cross fading, is so rapid that it becomes its own pitch. And now the harmonic content is based both on the wave shapes that are being used, sine waves in this case, plus the tuning of those. And so you get a different timbre. And if I move some crossfade up, you'll hear it gets less bright, because it removes a little bit of the edge. And if I go change any of the sources, like from the tuning of the highest one, or a different wave shape, all of the components will change the actual thing, but the pitch is still being controlled by the rotor's speed. And that's why we have 2 of these, because if you're using the rotor as an audio oscillator, which it isn't really, then you can put 2 of them together and detune them and have a nice effect.
And you control the rotor speed with the keyboard, is what it sounded like you
That's
said?
what's happening now,
With
because
that
it's
piece,
not
yeah.
tracking the keyboards.
Yeah, okay. What? Can you modulate it with...
Yeah, sure. So you can modulate that rate with any of the
That's cool.
normal modulations.
Santa Barbara is Summerlin or Emeryville?
Emeryville.
Yeah, yeah.
And then to look at it a little bit more, the rotor,
yeah, it's in California. It's like right.
the rotor has its coarse tuning, fine tuning, the crossfade, the sync that I was telling you about, the phase, that all controls it. But on the next page, there's 4 inputs, and we were going in logical 1 through 3, but it could be any order. And then there's a level for each, because sometimes maybe your input source isn't as loud as the next one, and you need to balance them. So that's what the rotor does.
Let me see.
And we can also have 4 external inputs as well. So you could take material like that's not pitched,
from,
like
up here.
traffic
See if you'd be willing to drive down
noises
to,
or something that doesn't have normally a pitch, and then by using the rotor at audio rates, you can create a pitch with the harmonic content being provided by the 4 inputs, whatever they might be.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can you hold a note down for me real quick? I want to see something.
Basically, yeah. I made a few other arrangements so that way it was a little more convenient just setting up for basically the main folder.
Interesting.
It's an audio-based school that teaches to be engineer for music engineers or sound designer, those sorts of things. So I'm down there trying to pick up a sound designer. It's pretty small. It's not that big at all. They keep the classroom size small, so that way it can be a lot of fun and stuff.
In the back of recording magazines, you've probably seen it.
That's awesome.
Give you a better idea of what it is.
Okay, gotcha.